What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 3 of our massive LEGO collection unboxing series. If you guys haven't seen the previous 2 episodes yet, I highly recommend you go check them out so you can see what epic sets we have already unboxed from our collection. We've got 132 boxes and we've only opened 10, so we have 122 to go, and I'm so excited to find out what has been hiding in our collection for all these years. But this is a very exciting week for us, as later this week we are actually headed to IKEA to pick up more of the Ivar's shelving units. I have a few, but I don't have nearly enough to house all of our loose parts and pieces that I'm going to be needing for the city and for customs that we're going to be doing here on the channel. So I'm going to pick up a few more shelves and I'm going to start working on the back corner section of the garage where our main table is going to be. So that's very exciting news. Great development here in the LEGO studio for this week. But the first box that we are going to be opening for today's video is actually box number 99. It's courtesy of Luke McCreary, and he actually requested it in honor of the Bad Batch, aka Clone Force 99. And that number was an easy one to go with because I am also a huge Star Wars fan. I love the Bad Batch animated series, and Luke, you selected a pretty large box, so I'm pretty excited to see what is hiding inside this one. So here we go, first box of episode 3. And what do we have? Oh, we have some Star Wars sets in here. That's always good. I put a little bit of extra tape on this box since it's a little bit bigger. We got some good stuff in here. Oh, man. All right, so looks like we got some GWPs. We got some Marvel Star Wars Castle. Let's just go right off the bat with the Princess Leia Bausch helmet. I love this set. It came out of left field. I love the helmet line, and this is one, if you would have gave me $1,000 and put this in a lineup with other helmets and asked me to guess if LEGO was gonna make this particular set, I never would have guessed it. So I really appreciate when LEGO makes one-offs like this, and shout out to Carrie Fisher. Rest in peace, she did an amazing job. Incredible contribution to the Star Wars universe. Let's keep the Star Wars love going, shall we? How about a little May 4th, 2023 GWP, right? This was 2023. Look at that. Yes, the Death Star promo right there. Love that. I actually don't think this needed a minifig. The way they had this with the 40th anniversary Return of the Jedi, brick and everything right there, I think it was perfect the way it is. Next up, we have this year's modular GWP, the little corner kiosk. We, of course, had to, pick up the new modular for Joanna's collection. Now that I'm looking at this, do you guys think, it's probably not, but do you think that this little gumball machine could have been a little Easter egg for the Ideas prize machine? Now that, LEGO has such a rich history and such complicated lore, and they like to put little Easter eggs here and there. Now, as I get further into my adult LEGO career, I look at things just a little bit longer and a little bit closer now, and I wonder if the designers are really trying to plant Easter eggs and just kind of create more fun for us as adults now with the sets. But next up, we got a Marvel set. This is Rocket's Warbird with Ronin. This was a big deal because this was our second issue of the Ronin minifig. The first one came out several years back, I believe in the first wave of Guardians of the Galaxy sets. I just really like this ship. I think getting Ronin is a bonus. And of course you get Rocket as well. I think I got that one at a toy store, like a comic book shop. All right, next up, I have a lot of these and I'm so excited to build them. We have the 3-in-1 medieval castle with the Black Falcon Knights. Oh my gosh, just so cool. It retired last year, and we actually have a new 3-in-1 castle coming with the Horse Knights and the Snake Knights, and I'm so excited to pick that one up. I've heard people say that they think that this castle is actually better than the one coming. I think they both have different things to offer, and I can't wait to make the videos that I'm going to be making with the 3-in-1 Black Falcon medieval castle. But all right, let's keep it rolling here. I got another Marvel set. There was no way I was going to pay full price for this, and I got it 50% off. We have the Marvel's Hoopty. And as I look at it, I actually am questioning why I even bought it at 50% off. The minifigs are great, but I really have no interest in this ship. Actually, you get a bunch of cats. It looks like you get 3 cats. So, all right, there might be some redeeming qualities, but I did not see this movie. I heard mixed things about it. I'm not the biggest Captain Marvel fan. Miss Marvel's cool though. I like Kamala Khan. Next up, we have a F1 Speed Champions here. This is the McLaren, but this is the McLaren from last year. I really like what LEGO did overall in terms of the F1 theme this year. I just really think it was a buzzkill to re-release another version of the McLaren F1. There was 2. I can't remember the other one off the top of my head, but there was 2 F1 cars that they essentially just re-released this year. So I just think it's kind of boring to have wasted a Speed Champion spot giving us a F1 car that we literally just got. So next up, little Harry Potter. This is one of Joanna's books here. This is the Hogwarts Moments Charms class. Joanna loves these, so we do have a full set of that. We got another little, this looks like a GWP, but it's not. Santa's delivery truck. Absolutely adorable. You get the elf and the little Christmas tree and the presents and everything. This is going to be really fun to build. We got that. We'll add it to our Christmas winter village collection. And then we have this beautiful set right here. Another one of Joanna's modular type sets that she's gonna have to put together at some point. This is the Hocus Pocus idea set with the Sanderson sisters. Do you get any other? You get a bunch of minifigs too. You get the kids and the cat Salem. So there's a lot of great details. I know Joanna was very excited for this set when it released because she loves Halloween. It's her favorite day of the year, and she's a Hocus Pocus fan as well. So we had to get that one for the collection. So the next box that I'm actually going to be busting open is in honor of Travis Town 5601. He mentioned in his comment that even though he wasn't in the military, that it must take a lot of self-control to not open this much Lego, and he is correct. But the truth is, over the years, and several other people have asked this as well, the reason that I couldn't open up all these sets and build them is because we didn't have the time because of my job and all the demands that it entailed, and we also didn't have the space. So that is why most of these boxes have held all these sets and remained thus for as many years as they have. But Travis asked if we could open up box 81 or 82 in honor of the years that he and his wife were born, and I think we're gonna go with box 81 just because it's not as low in the pile as 82. And just like box 99, box 81 here is no slouch. This is another large and rather heavy box full of sets, so I'm once again curious, just like you guys, I'm sure, to see what is inside here. And I see more Star Wars off the bat. I still can't believe that I didn't pull any Star Wars sets out of box 66. I know a bunch of people commented on that in episode 2, but here we go. Let's start off with another great Star Wars set. We have from Andor Season 1, the Ambush on Ferrix set, and I thought this was great. You get the vehicle, you get Luthen, Andor, and Cyril Karn. So I just think it's awesome. And they haven't given us any more. Oh, I guess the U-Wing was an Andor set. I was hoping they would give us Luthen's ship from Andor. He has that really cool ship that I'm so excited. I'm going to be making a custom version of that at some point here on the channel, and it's going to look phenomenal. But next up, we have a classic city set from the Jungle line that they did all the way back, which they actually have kind of returned to. They gave us a couple Jungle sets last year, but this is the Jungle half-track mission, and I absolutely love this line of sets. I think I have almost every single one. In this one, you get the Panther, and there's also a red spider, but you get some really cool animals, as well as some really unique vehicles with this Jungle City line. It's just the potential that city has. I mean, they can literally go in any part of the globe, on any landscape, and they can create some really cool vehicles and really fun builds. And I'm actually going to be trying to incorporate a little jungle scene into our city somewhere. All right, next up we have the Pirate Ship Playground GWP. This is fun, you know, just had to get it because it's pirates and we love pirates. It's kind of a little basic build, but you get the 2 kid pirates, which is fun. Next up, we have the Galileo GWP. Very nice one. Another one for Joanna's collection from the Ideas line. I don't remember when this was a GWP, but beautiful set right there. And we got some more Star Wars stuff. All right, let's see. Oh, very nice. We have one of the Starfighter 2-packs here with the Mandalorian Fang Fighter and the TIE Interceptor. But what's crazy about this set is in Mando Season 3, these starships, they never actually fought, which was so weird. And LEGO has done that repeatedly, and obviously they have to come up with the concepts and the designs of the sets, you know, with limited knowledge of what's going to happen in the movies and TV shows. But it's just so funny when they create something that technically didn't even happen in the show. But this is great too. You get the Mandalorian, the Fleet Commander, you get a TIE Pilot, and a nice R2 unit right there. So great Star Wars set. Oh, and here's the other one. All right, so this one's also funny because we got the New Republic E-Wing versus Shin Hati Starfighter. Once again, 2 starships that never actually fought in the Ahsoka series. Shin Hati, she was going up against Ahsoka, and we saw the New Republic E-Wings in the beginning of the series, but we didn't actually see this happen. But this is an amazing set too, because you get Morgan Elsbeth, and you also get Shin Hati and Baylan Skull, and this was the only way that you could get Shin Hati and Baylan Skull. You also get the little IKEA droid, which is great. We're going to be going there later this week, as I mentioned, and Captain Porter. So that's an awesome one. Can't wait to build it. Oh, and then speaking of Lego City and how they can go to any landscape in the world, we have the newer Arctic Explorer truck and mobile lab. This is awesome. This came out last year, right? 2 years ago. 2023, and they just released the City Arctic train, which I'm so excited to get. There's actually the Arctic half-track, or the Arctic truck too. I can't wait to get those. Those look amazing. I love how they're bringing back some of these themes like jungle and Arctic City. It's great. Next up, we have a beautiful Technic set that I had to get. This is the Ocean Explorer, absolutely gorgeous. You get the unmanned sub as well as the helicopter on the front and everything. Although I do got a question. So with me and my nautical background and being in the Navy and the Coast Guard and everything, I was actually in the Merchant Marine too, so I'm a triple threat. I was in the Merchant Marine, then I was in the Navy, and then I was in the Coast Guard. So anything that has to do with water and ships and everything, I'll just be a little bit extra critical. If you guys look at the helicopter when it's on the pad in front of the ship, I don't think there's any way that those mariners are seeing out of the bridge and can navigate safely. I'm just saying, usually they put the helipads a little bit lower so that even when the helicopter's there, they can see over it, or most of the time the helipad will be on the back of the ship or the stern so that the helicopter does not impede the captain or the mariner's, you know, field of vision whatsoever. Oh, there's a brickhead that snuck in here. We got the little Ahsoka brickhead. Very nice. She looks great. We're actually going to be seeing the Ahsoka Brickhead's character in Season 2 of Rebuild the Galaxy. I am so excited for Ashley Eckstein. She's going to be returning and voicing the Lego Ahsoka Brickhead's character. I actually had the opportunity of a lifetime. I met her at New York Comic Con last year, and she is just a phenomenal person. I enjoyed every second of my interaction with her. All right, and then the final set we have in the box is the beautiful Corvette. And this is gorgeous. I have to figure out, somebody I saw on Instagram or Reddit or somewhere, they actually took the Corvette and they made it into a custom Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Agent Coulson Lola, with the wheels actually able to turn so the car can, you know, simulate being in hover mode. I have to figure out how to do that because that would just be so cool. That would be an epic, you know, Marvel vehicle that, I mean, I don't think Lego's ever gonna make because it's just kind of too niche. But either way, I'm gonna be building this as the Corvette and then hopefully trying to find a second one on the secondary market or on Facebook Marketplace or something so I can make that Lola ride. But let's jump into the next box. That was a great pick, Travis. The next box that we're going to be opening is courtesy of Michelle D's pick, and her comment was hilarious. And she actually said she just wanted it opened simply for the fact that it looked like a large box, which I absolutely love. And it looks like we're going 3 for 3 here. Michelle, this is indeed a large box. You guys wanted to see all the big ones, at least for this episode, but nonetheless, we're gonna get this cracked open. Michelle has been a long-term friend of Joanna and myself. She is a big supporter and fellow Funko Pop collector, so I appreciate her coming over from Slapshot Pops to now join the SlapShotBricks community and escapades that we have going on over here. And we have 4 large sets inside this box. The first of which that we're gonna slide out here is a beauty. We have Director Krennic's Imperial Shuttle. Woo! It's slippery. It's like so new. This box, I bought it and like immediately put it into storage because I knew I wasn't gonna have time to build it for a long time. But this is a great set. You get 2 Death Troopers. Love the Death Troopers. Director Krennic, Pow, Bodhi Rook, and the original K2SO. And they actually just re-released K2SO in that new Ewing from Andor Season 2 that I briefly mentioned. This next set, is this a city plane? Ooh, yes it is. We have the beautiful passenger airplane from the city lineup. These passenger airplanes, man, they are absolutely gorgeous. Cannot wait to build this. Comes with some minifigs and everything. You got a nice family and a small baby. Wouldn't want to be sitting next to that person with the baby, but this is beautiful. You can actually put a car on the plane and everything. This is wild. This is such a nice one. I cannot wait to build our airport. Next up, we have an architecture set, another big one too. This is the Hamaji Castle from Joanna's architecture collection, one of the more recent ones. She has all of them built up until like 2021, basically up until we started moving around quite a bit with the military. That's when she had to slow down on building and everything. So the last set inside this box, we have Thor's hammer, Mjolnir. Oh, this is so nice. I got Cap's shield around here somewhere too, but I cannot wait to build this. This is so cool. It's like life size. I've seen so many creators have a blast creating content with the Lego Thor's hammer. I've even seen non-Lego creators having fun with this. So that's something special when Lego can create a set or something that gets other people involved from different communities. That's really something special. But for the last box that I'm actually going to be opening for today's video, because I want to keep all these episodes 20 minutes or less if I can help it. But this last box that I'm going to be opening is courtesy of this very special comment that I wanted to read out loud really quick and briefly discuss. So Amy Thompson 4206 says, "Love watching all the Lego that you have. I suffer with past trauma and ADHD and I've recently gotten into Lego. It's a great therapy for me. Excited to see what you do with all the sets. I'd love to choose box 111, 111, or 1. Love from Australia." So right off the bat, I just think it's so cool that you are literally on the other side of the world in Australia and you've already found the channel in such early stages of everything that we're trying to accomplish. So that's the first thing that I just think is so cool. And the second thing that I want to do is just thank you for being so kind and, you know, sharing what you did in your comment. I've actually used Lego in similar fashion as a medium to help me get through some really challenging times over the last few years. And one of the things that I did was I'd actually come home after a very long, very hard day at work, and I wouldn't build. I actually found more peace in sorting pieces by part type and by color and just getting into that zone of like taking a pile of pieces. And I know I'm probably somebody that, you know, maybe you haven't heard of this. I've heard of lots of people coming home and building Lego to help give them an escape, but I actually found an extra escape was in parting and sorting pieces and everything. So I definitely reminisce with this comment. I wanted to bring it up because of that. I know a lot of people out there struggle with PTSD, struggle with ADHD, struggle with trauma, struggle with just everyday challenges. And that's why I think Lego is truly a beautiful thing, because it's something that we can celebrate and we can enjoy as a hobby, but it also has these therapeutic benefits within them that can really help us get through the tough times. And that's another benefit. That's another minor thing that I want to have our channel be. It's just something that helps you guys get through tough times. We celebrate the good days and we help you guys get through the bad days. But thank you so much, Amy, for this incredible comment. Let's go pick you a box. So Amy asked for either box number 1 or box number 111, which actually happens to be all the way over here. It's even at the top of this stack, but it's a little bit on the smaller side. I feel like that would be an easy way out for me and, you know, a simple way to end this video, but come on, sometimes the simple way isn't always the most fun. Let's round out episode 3 with large box number 1. And believe it or not, the sets inside box number 1 are actually so big, I couldn't even close the top flaps of this box. So I actually had to put some wrapping over it to keep them protected, but you guys are in for a treat. And Amy, I think you made a good selection. We're gonna carefully slide out. This might be the set that Joanna is most eager to build. Here we have the Lego Ideas Treehouse. And let me move this over so you guys can get the full look at this gorgeous set. It was supposed to retire several times over. I think it's finally retired, but Joanna loves this set so much. I remember she was so excited when we finally pulled the trigger on it. And what's so cool about this one is you can actually change the leaves to make the tree appear to be in a different season, which is beautiful. So I know she's fired up about this set. She loves the idea sets, and that's just a beautiful one. That one has suffered through, I think, most of the moves. I think we picked that one up shortly after Joanna and I started dating and found out we both had these, you know, massive unhealthy loves for Lego. But I got one more giant set in here, which I'm gonna save as the Mac Daddy grand finale because I'm so excited to build it. But we have some smaller Star Wars sets. Don't discount them though. They're beautiful, they're retired. This is the Han Solo Speeder. You also get Kira in this, as well as the Corellian Hound. You know, I actually think that Solo is a pretty good movie. You know, I think relatively speaking, you know, compared to some of the other Star Wars media that we've gotten, I think you can look back on Solo and say, hey, that wasn't that bad. Woody Harrelson did a good job. You know, a lot of those actors did a good job. All right, and then we also have one more from the Solo series of sets. The Solo movie also gave us some really cool troopers. We got like the Range Troopers and the Imperial Patrol Troopers. You know, we got some really good ones in there. And then this set has 2 Corellian Hounds, as well as Reboot and Moloch. And this is Moloch's speeder right here. All right, last set of episode 3. This is so cool. I was so excited when I got this. I'm equally as excited. Oh man, this is cool. Now, like I said, I think even if you're not a Technic fan, I think you could still appreciate just how cool this set is. We have the Cat D11 Technic Bulldozer. And they actually just came out with a smaller bulldozer for the city lineup. But how crazy is this? With power functions, look at all the gears and everything. This is, how many pieces? 3,854 pieces. I mean, if this is just not like every kid's dream to have something like this, to be able to build it and then drive it around and have it push stuff out of the way. I mean, come on. This is gonna look so good on display. We're gonna have some fun driving this thing around the studio and everything. Oh man, this is just absolutely gorgeous. I'm so blessed and so lucky to have such cool sets in our collection. But guys, that's gonna do it for episode 3 of this massive unboxing series. Remember, if you want your number box selected for episode 4, you gotta drop it down in the comments. Make your comment a little bit interesting if you'd like. And who knows, maybe you'll have a little bit better shot at me picking it. I'm trying to pick as many comments as I can, so if I don't pick your comment right away, just stick with it. Just keep dropping it down below with your numbers and everything, and eventually, hopefully, I'll get to everybody, if not most people. But that's gonna do it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. We're coming up on 3,000 subscribers already, which is amazing. And as always, don't stop shooting until you score.